Here with the Rainier Avenue Radio Traffic Update. You can listen to us in your car 24/7 anytime by downloading the free TuneIn app. Once you do, search Rainier Avenue Radio. And remember, do not curse out your fellow drivers. This has been your Rainier Avenue Radio Traffic Update. Do you have an idea for a community project in your neighborhood? You could be eligible for up to $50,000 in funding through the City of Seattle's Neighborhood Matching Fund. Grants are awarded to grassroots projects that build stronger communities, with an emphasis on projects led by impacting Black, Indigenous, and people of color BIPOC communities. To learn more about the Neighborhood Matching Fund or to see if your project meets the criteria, visit seattle.gov/neighborhoods/NMF.
The Beat of the Fox with Nastiness is back on K-Fox Night Beat.
Yo, what's the deal? It's the legendary Hall of Fame DJ Mixmaster Ice UTFO.
What's up? Who you thought this is? This is Sir Mix-a-Lot.
And this is Terry Lewis.
And I'm Grand Mixer GMS.
What's up, y'all? This is DJ Third Degree.
This is JJ Hudson from the High Children family.
Sunday nights from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's K-Fox Night Beat with DJ Nastiness.
Bringing back the memories.
Bringing back the memories.
Bringing Seattle's hottest music.
Bringing Seattle's hottest music. Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
That's noise.
Peace.
Tune in to Real Estate and Money every Tuesday afternoon from 2:30 to 3 here on Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Join your hosts Violetta Strash with John L. Scott Kent North and Tina Lombard with Guaranteed Rate Affinity. They'll help you navigate the waters of our volatile real estate market and offer you some guidance on how to make your hard-earned money work to make your dreams come true. Learn about current trends, get tips on financial matters, and have fun, interactive discussions about your home inside and out. That's Real Estate and Money.
Love food? Here's some storage tips to keep it fresh longer. Store cut fruits and vegetables in the fridge. Place in reusable containers. Keep bread in the freezer for longer storage. 40% of food in the U.S. goes uneaten. Save money, save food, save the planet. Visit Seattle Public Utilities for more tips.
You know you can't get enough of Rainier Avenue Radio.
What's going on, world? It's your boy OG Mambo.
And your guy D Money. Join us along with Pint Size Patron and ID Yourself.
Here on Fresh Juice at Rainier Avenue Radio.
Every Wednesday hump day from 9 to 11 Pacific.
Get exclusive interviews from your favorite artists, all the hottest music, and updates on what we got going on in the world.
Here go the first song.
Off top, on the real, different view, shedding light, instead of proving haters wrong. Let's prove our supporters right. Off top, on the real, different view, shedding light, instead of proving haters wrong. Let's prove our supporters right.
Yeah, I understand you dealing with these haters, man. Don't get lost up in that sauce, yeah, I'ma make it plain. To the point that your priorities is out of order. Focus on the haters, overlooking your supporters. Wasting time online, fussing with these strangers. It'll mess up your mental space and it'll drain you. It can throw you off your goals, it can interfere it. Haters ain't the ones that's hurting you, it should hear it. Spending all that time calling out the fake ones. Use that energy to celebrate your day ones. Don't be focused on the perpetrators and the goners. Let you overlook the ones that's always in your corner. God has blessed you with some solid people, honestly. You don't know this cause you focused on the minor things. Instead of looking for a button press that gets likes. Show the love to folk that press for you in real life.
Top on the real, different view, shedding light, instead of proving haters wrong. Let's prove our supporters right. Off top on the real, different view, shedding light, instead of proving haters wrong. Let's prove our supporters right. Off top on the real, different view, shedding light, instead of proving haters wrong. Let's prove our supporters right. Off top on the real, different view, shedding light, instead of proving haters wrong. Let's prove our supporters right.
Tell me what you handling. What is it we handing them? Do we turn the lights out or do we bring the candles in? Check and see what's going on, cause we know just how it's been. If you didn't learn, then you end up doing that again. Are we here to build them up? Are we here to tear them down? I remember every hand that tried to get me off the ground. They didn't have to do that, yeah, they didn't have to care. But if they didn't help me, then I'd probably still be there. Yeah, This is for my family and friends, the ones that always have my back. All the people that encourage me to keep my faith intact, no matter where it's at. Yeah, I'm always down to meet up. It's harder on your own, but what happens when you reach up? Speak up and let them know how much that they really mean. People learn from actions, but what actions have we really seen? It's good to have a goal and it's great to have a dream, but a win is always better when you share it with the team, fam.
Off top, on the real, different view, shedding light, instead of proving haters wrong. Let's prove our supporters right. Off top, on the real, different view, shedding light, instead of proving haters wrong. Let's prove our supporters right. Off top, on the real, different view, shedding light, instead of proving haters wrong. Let's prove our supporters right. Off top, on the real, different view, shedding light, instead of proving haters wrong. Let's prove our supporters right.
Yeah. Fresh juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. Yes, sir, man. Keeping it locked every Wednesday night, 9 to 11 p.m. Oh, we got Patron on the sideways right there. Okay.
Shout out to Laquan Mitchell. Oh, it's the other kid.
Yeah, we gotta get that fixed real quick, man. But yeah, tell me how your week's been real quick, Patron. ID.
Y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good?
I'm just working. Everything is everything, bro. I started my new job on Monday.
Congrats.
And I mean, I could flex a little bit inside. I'm officially making over $20 an hour.
Big business.
You feel me? I'm proud to be able to say that. And my kids will be having a house soon. So I mean, I'm happy for that. That's all. That's all the news I got to give. You feel me? That's it.
Yeah. I took off the other camera, by the way. If you're looking for that, man, my week's been pretty smooth, man. Keeping it going. Christmas around the corner.
You got something cool for the kid?
Season.
You got something cool ready for the kid for Christmas?
We sipping on some lemonade, actually.
No, I'm saying something you gonna get your kid for Christmas. You got something that you're excited to give her?
Yeah, but I think it's more for him at this age. He just wants to open stuff.
Oh, I apologize to him. Yeah, that's
finally at that age, man. Last couple of years, he didn't know what to do with the gifts.
And that's how it is with my kid. Like, my 9-year-old, he's like stuck on like the same thing he's been on stuck on for like the last couple of years. But it's my 2-year-old. It's like whatever's in front of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
They make fun with anything. You think you're bored waiting in a doctor's office and this and they're playing in the corner with a pencil. He's like, yo, man, I could be having a lot more fun. I need to just get like a kid sometimes. But yeah, they have fun with whatever's in front of them.
No, I feel that, man. But you pretty much getting ready for Christmas, though?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really big on Christian holidays, but I want my kid to believe in whatever way their mind floats. You feel me? So I'm giving him all the Easter Bunny, Christmas, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting the world spin around on him so he can kind of see culture. I'm gonna be taking him to the temple. You feel me? I'll be taking him to Diwali, which is a Fiji holiday. I'm very cultured in that way. So I mean, I'm gonna have a lot of culture around him for him to be able to kind of guide himself where he wants to go. I kick it with Buddhists. You feel me? I know some atheists. I know a lot of people. So in that sense, like he'll be around enough to know what he does or doesn't like.
Celebrate Hanukkah and all that too?
Nah, none of that though.
Okay. You said Fiji.
Yeah, that was Dinah, the previous ex I used to date back in the day when I was performing at the Playpen and stuff.
Oh, there's Mambo. Okay, Fort Bend.
There he is.
Now they got all these cameras set up right. Okay, here we go. Yeah, fresh juice every Wednesday night, 9 to 11 p.m. Man, it's going to be another dope edition of the show, actually, man. We got a couple of really dope guests. Before that, the opening joint, by the way, is former guest of the show. That's, of course, Laquan Mitchell. Hey, Man is the album. DJ Pasquan and Lank.
Shout out to Lank and Pasquan.
On the reel, and also that billboard that they got in that picture as well. Woo, crazy. But crazy show, like you said. We have man, just an old favorite of the show. Haven't seen her in a couple years, man. We're really happy to have her on the program. Taylor Hart is back. She's here in the studio. We're bringing her on in just a second. And making his first appearance on the program, Peyday. And you don't know about this cat, man. He has his own little show called Skits Show, man. And
a real fire show, man. My episode isn't dropping yet, but I did get to partake and participate, man. We're going to definitely talk about it.
Nice. So, yeah, he'll be coming through as well. So, great show planned for y'all. Follow us on all of our platforms, Facebook. We're on there, facebook.com/group/freshjuicemedia. If you do comment from there, it may show up as Facebook user. So just go ahead and register your name, streamyard.com/Facebook, and it'll pop up as your name. That way we can shout you out, get you involved, all that kind of stuff.
I'm on the StreamYard app if they want to download that too. You feel me?
Yes. And IG and X, we're there as well, man. Follow us at Fresh Juice Media. We also live tweet the playlist on there. Tag the artists. You can learn more about them. And, of course, subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Fresh Juice Media. Full shows there. Clips daily, man. Clips are being posted daily. At least 2 a day right now, actually. So, yeah, lots of content for you. Go and subscribe. Tell your friends. All that beautiful stuff. Fresh Juice Media on YouTube. Let's do this, man.
How's your week, D?
It's been busy, to say the least. So, but I will say, I have been feeling a lot better since taking a break for Thanksgiving. So, getting back in the swing of things. But a little complications along the way. So there you go.
I know it's got to be for the producer of the juicer.
Yeah, there you go. Someone's got to juice this thing.
Hey, Jay, so you got to squeeze the juice out the headphones.
All right, man. All right, so we're going to pass it over to my man who introduced the guests. We actually have one of them ready right now, the one with the T, not with the P. All right, there you go, Mambo.
How very clever of you, D Money. I'm sure the listeners have no idea who I'm talking about. All right, man. Live and direct, something real special, a moment that I'm sure many of you have been awaiting. The return of one of the show's great original hosts, a true journalist in her.
Oh, damn.
You seen her on Blunt Talk.
So sorry about that.
Former co-host.
That was Payday trying to get a hold of me. We got to get this announcement in though. Host of Blood Talk, one of the dopest writers, original crew members of Respect My Region, in my opinion, one of the dopest platforms out here. We got Taylor Hart in the building, ladies.
Legend in the game.
There she is, Taylor Hart.
Y'all are too kind. It's your girl, Taylor Hart, back in the building like I never even left. What's good? Woo!
Yeah.
Oh. I'm sorry. It's Trilltopia, baby.
Welcome back. Trilltopia.
Yeah, I thought
Welcome back.
She's ready to go, yo. I love it, man.
I think we're only a couple moments from getting Payday in. I think there's some link issues.
Oh man, I'm trying to mute Mambo in this conversation. There we go.
I think shout to the
Why would you mute me when I'm telling you that your guest is outside? Payday's at the door.
Oh, I thought you were talking to him on the phone. Okay.
I'm gonna go let him in, man.
Patrol,
thank
bring
you.
him in, man.
Yeah, but shout out to
Mambo. No, you need to turn Mambo up is what you need to do.
Okay, we can do that. We can
Hey,
that.
Taylor.
We can turn him up a little bit. There we go. All right, man. Let's get into our favorite little game show, man. This intro is just crazy.
Hold up. I just want to give a shout out to Link and Passport. That video was dope. That's all.
Apparently, no one's out in the alley. We're gonna have to look back at that, but we got to get to this game real quick.
Mambo, tell him to come through the back door.
All right, so we got to get to this game real quick. So here we go with our favorite game show on Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue. It's called Take Yo.
We going?
All right, man. We got the game. Let's go. This is how you play, man. It's really easy. We give you 2 different options, and you choose one of them.
One option.
Oh, baby. We do this
and
every
play
time.
along in the comments, y'all. We want to get you involved. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X. All that, man. We will celebrate our favorite commenter on the following episode. So without no further ado, who won last week's commenter of the week? That's the Weed Man. Oh, step on Legos. I will survive. And they don't have killer Legos. There are killer bees.
Big.
Speaking facts on that one, man. That's crazy. Oh man. All right.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, man. Congrats to the weed man on that one. So we're gonna do a fresh 5 for you. Here we go with your first one. Take your pick.
Here we go.
Uno or spades?
Too easy. Too easy. I don't know how to play spades.
Yeah, spades.
So it's too easy for me. I play Uno all day. And
You know what? I think I'm gonna keep my answer all inclusive, even for the young kids. Spades can get a little complicated for the youth, so I'm gonna just keep it at Uno. And I want to let it be known right now that I'm a problem on the table. You don't want to sit next to me. You're getting reverses. You're getting skips.
Mambo,
you're
you
getting
need to relax.
+4s.
Mambo, you need to relax.
+2s.
Mambo, challenge accepted, sir. Okay.
You don't want to do that.
All right.
You don't want to.
All right.
So, hey, hold
All
on.
right.
ID. I want you to focus on beating me in one of the games on the show before we play games in real life. Zing.
Run it up, yo. Run it up.
Hey,
Taylor, did you pick one?
JJ Grant in the comments says spades. We definitely had our spades game nights, man. I do this for real.
Man,
people play spades for real.
So what I want to do, man, is get our guest's opinion, the other guest who is finally here, man, ready to go. So Mambo, go ahead and bring him in. We're going to get his answer on this one as soon as he comes in.
Man, hot and spicy. Just like the Skits Show, we got Peyday, a true creative, a true artist, now stepping into the field of the media realm and truly taking ownership, taking the realm of it. Really excited to see what he's got going in 2024. I don't have to tell you about it. You get to hear about it from the source. We got Peyday in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Money.
Let's go. Peyday.
Hey, man, I'm out here in this rain, man. How do I get into the stew, B?
You gotta go through the alley. You gotta go through the alley.
All right, so let's see behind you there. It looks like a
that
pizza
look
joint.
that
So
look
keep
like
going the direction that you're going.
Go into the alley and there's a purple door.
Yeah, there's an alley right next to the Columbia City Ale House.
Halfway through the alley.
Okay, look. I'm in front of the little Italian.
Sorry to have you in the rain like that.
Look,
Man.
he's talking like
Hey, I'm a busy man. Yo.
So left side of the Columbia City
Okay, look,
Ale
is it
House.
this?
Nah.
No, keep going.
Nah, don't go through that.
Keep going.
I'm gonna keep look.
That's the Columbia City Ale House. There's an alley right next to it.
I can confidently say this is the first time we've directed a guest on the show to the show.
Hey, look.
You're getting warmer.
I'm getting warmer. Where am I
I
going?
think you're in the alley. It's hard to tell from the view, but
Look like the alley.
Making his way through the alley.
I need a
Oh,
foot.
shit, it's a purple door.
That's coming in.
Oh!
Pew, 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 pew.
You know how crazy this shit is?
Hey.
All right,
The whole gang is here.
My goodness. Peyday, you may have just stopped.
Oh, okay, that's my card. There we go.
Yeah, you heard me? Shit.
I think
Good over here. Let me exit out of this real quick.
You close that door?
I think he may have just
All right, we can't have two Pint Size Patrons now.
Double up.
All right, well,
Man,
whatever
that was
the other
exciting.
camera was, we need it. So, all right, so
That was exciting.
keep the Uno spades conversation going. I gotta fix it.
Let's bust it open. So I mean,
No.
I'm gonna put some money. I'm gonna play
spades.
I just
Don't play spades. This is a grown man game for sure.
This man just was directed to the show. On the show. This is ridiculous. This is the best thing since the hospitality took the show through airplane security scanner. That was a thing also, Taylor Hart. That happened. It was a thing. So this is now on the list. He said, yeah, hold on, fam. Puts us on the conveyor belt. We stayed on conveyor belt during the security check.
That's hilarious.
Very uneventful inside those conveyor belts too. By the way, nothing going on. We didn't see anything.
I wonder if it looked like a car wash or something. I was going to ask you if it looked like a car wash or something.
It got really dark.
Yeah, man, I can't
He said, "I'm juiced." You get a juice. What's up, man?
We got the strawberry lemonade, the Florida's natural, you know.
Oh, good old Florida's natural today.
Made this time, so
aspartame or something in there.
Get you a cup of that, but I mean it's still good, even though it's sugar free. But
just think of sugar while you drink.
Free.
Yeah.
You want things to be sugar.
I always feel like of all the ingredients to remove, was like sugar the thing that made it healthy now? Is that it?
My thing is like the fruit that was made with it came with sugar already. What y'all mad for?
That's what I'm saying. So you removed the sugar that like came in the strawberries? Because like strawberries have sugar.
The extra sugar. Not the strawberries, bro.
No, there's definitely not even. Oh, there's concentrated strawberry juice.
Oh shit.
And stevia.
That's another thing. If it's made from
Payday, do you play spades?
You said in sativa leaves? What? Okay, that sounds pretty good.
Stevia.
Yeah.
Silly goose.
It's never been a thing that I always wanted to play. I thought it was a grown folk game, and
Definitely
I'm still a kid
is.
at heart. And so, you know, I haven't really stepped to the table and was like, you know what, I'm gonna play spades. You know what I mean? So maybe one day after I get my runs in on the app.
We had a guest on here with he had a spades app.
Really?
XP.
Yeah.
Shout out to XP, man.
I saw that, didn't it just drop?
Download
recently?
that. He got a spades app, man.
I remember I was actually still co-hosting when he was talking about it when he
Yup.
first started doing it, and so
And then he came here when he dropped it.
yeah, so that's so dope to see though, because that's like a super that's like a super I'm just watching like the configuration that D's got on this camera.
D, that's fine, D Money. Like what angle are you searching for, D Money?
This is quite possibly one of the funniest fresh juiced episodes I've been on, and it makes me miss being here every week.
Oh man, we're working on it.
Look at that. Look at that.
Just leave it. Don't touch it. Stop touching it.
Right
there. Stop touching it.
Look, you good.
Right on time.
Please.
Look at that.
Oh, let's go.
Can you bring back my friend? Can you
D,
bring back my friend?
back in the
Patron?
hot seat, D. Do you play spades?
I have played a couple of times, man, but more of an Uno man for sure.
No, it
Where
all
is
depends on your
Patron?
partner.
Where's
man.
Patron's face?
Where's Patron?
Spades always depends on your partner.
Oh, there's Patron. Okay. There we
Boom,
go.
There we
Okay.
go.
I want to say something. I read the flyer.
All right, D Money, number 2, man. Come on.
Patron. So I was like, I was looking at the name. I was like, yeah.
If you know Patron, it's never free.
Okay, so this is why he's arriving in person. Okay.
Yeah.
Number two.
But you're right though.
Number two.
Spades is a grown man game, man. I do this for my 3 impossibles.
Okay, we gotta move on.
Trying to go
man.
board.
We gotta move on. All right, here we go.
the first
Take
one?
your pick. Go back to middle school or go back to high school.
Oh wow.
God, neither. Elementary school. I hated high school, so I dropped out. And middle school was the worst. Are you serious?
I was 8th grade vice president.
Oh.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. You
Okay.
got that vice president look too.
Thank you.
I was
Patron for president.
Patron for president.
Patron for president.
Absolutely.
Man, I would go back to middle school because it was like a dream. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
back in middle school, you had like crushes and shit. You know what I mean?
Ish,
And it was-
by the way.
And it was kind of
Oh yeah. Keep it PG. No, but I hear you. You kind of like just finding out your hobbies.
You really were, and you were finding out how to love and how to like, you know,
Right. First girl and all that.
your first girl, your first real girl, the first one.
Speak for yourself. My first girl was in the 5th grade.
That's crazy, bro. You had sex in 5th grade?
No, what that you were
I'm just
were we talking about having sex in middle
Hey, chill
school?
out,
'Cause
porn
I wasn't
stars.
doing that
Let's get back to the show.
Y'all need to relax. Y'all need to relax.
I just want to clarify that wasn't happening.
Yo, this escalating.
I think I started rapping. That did
that did go
I just want to put my face away. I'm just going to put my face away.
I'm sorry.
I did the talent show and all that. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go back.
You might have to make a clip of that one.
I'm
Shout
gonna
out
go back to
to
middle
shout out to
school.
Nisqually Middle School and that mushroom farm across the street that got burnt down.
Did they burn it down?
Ironically.
Wow.
Ironically.
I'm gonna go back to middle school because it gives you more time there's just more stuff you can fix and correct. It's really not even about what I'm going through, because if I'm going back, I know all this stuff I know now. So I know that I just have to do this one. It's just a job, and it's a way cooler job than most jobs. You just got to go to school, do your stuff, and move on. But as a kid, you're like, I want to be cool and kick it. But I'd be in middle school. I'd be a quiet kid in middle school who wrote raps all day long and just walked around with headphones and played sports. That'd be it. And by the time I graduate, I got a hot album. I'm on my way to UW. I'm playing undefeated football, and this is what we're doing.
Yeah,
and it's the thing.
Back with your knowledge of what you know now, or do you go back?
Nah, this ain't no Billy Madison.
Well, then why would we go? Well, then why
in the little desk chair?
Why are we going back if not with new information? Like, you just want to go back to like do high school over again or do middle school over again? That's the question. That's a little different. And if that's the question, then I'm gonna go back to high school. I wasn't hitting the gas yet when I was in middle school, so.
Shout out to the people who were though, because
that would be me.
They were super lit too.
You said you were class president.
They were super lit.
I want to know. I want to know what KJ's on right now. He says Mushroom Farm ain't burnt all the way down, just a piece. I'm not sure where that's from, but
no, the mushroom. It's across the street from our middle school.
Jerome was just talking about that.
Number 3, KJ number 3.
See, did you guys middle school go from 6 to 8? Or did
2 years? It was 7 and 8.
No, it was 7. It was 7. It was 7, 8.
Oh,
well,
wow.
in Seattle, it's 6 to 8. But I moved. Yeah. I moved north to Shoreline for middle school. So I went to 6th grade in Ballard, and then in the middle of middle school 6th grade, had to go back to elementary 6th grade. It was a terrible experience.
That's awful.
Sorry for trauma. Did I just trauma dump on you guys? My bad.
Yeah.
4 years in middle school. How many?
Yeah.
That's a
so
bid right
don't
there.
get lost. We got to get to number 3.
I did the same thing, guys. 4 years middle school as well, because I had to move, and then because during the move, I had one more extra year of middle school to do.
Yeah.
I'm from San Diego. I'm from San Diego.
So my high school was only 3 years.
Same with me. I was 10 to 12. That's crazy.
I have to do middle school again because when I came from California, I only did 1 month of middle school and then went right to high school.
KJ, you're 6 to 8 now in Lacey?
Wow.
Crazy.
So I'd rather do middle school again so I could like learn what that was like to have a crush from the same school that I grew up in that area, because I never got to feel that.
That's about what I'm talking about, okay?
That's real.
You don't understand the opposite sex until you get to past high school. Men
that's
don't
real. You really don't.
Past 25, okay?
Yeah, because especially like your real estate bracket, moving around.
Is it troubling that I'm still trying to figure it out now, and like I've been out for a while? So
some people are late bloomers, man.
And that's okay. Taylor, what's your take on that?
What which one I would?
She said she didn't like either.
I didn't like either. So my parents, I went to elementary school in Redmond is where I started out, and then my parents moved us to Monroe. So Monroe used to be like elementary school was up until 4th grade or 5th grade, and then they like restructured it. So when I was transitioning from 4th to 5th grade, they had restructured everything, and it was like 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th was middle school. Yeah.
Wow. You went to one of the K through 8.
Well, no, that was middle school was 5th through 8. Because they had gotten rid of the junior high. They had like restructured stuff like right when I was moving through the different schools. And so they used to have the junior high, which was like 8th and 9th or whatever. And then you would go to the high school. But then they got rid of that. So high school was 9th through 12th. And so freshman through senior year was in high school. So I spent literally kindergarten through 4th in elementary, then 5th through 8th in middle school.
Wow.
And then 9th through 12th for high school. But high school I didn't really go much, and then I ended up
because you made all your clientele.
Like I'm rich.
Well, I was just the middleman, honestly. I was never the one.
Right.
I was like,
I just knew everybody who had it, so I was the plug. You needed some, I knew where to go. Okay.
Right.
Love next over here.
But no, I didn't start slinging it until I was older, and now I manage a store.
Okay.
Blazing her trail early, y'all.
Yeah, but no, I hated it. I absolutely hated it, and especially the kids out in Monroe. They were a small town. They had never been out to Seattle. I legit remember one girl being like, "Oh, I've been to the Space Needle once," and I was like, "What?"
That was her flex.
Yeah, right. I was just like, "Okay." So yeah, no.
Which way is Monroe?
It's about
North,
45 minutes east. Of here. It's the last bigger town before you go up
How they talk over there?
the Highway 2. So
Monroe.
yeah, there was nothing to do out there. I hated it. So I started smoking weed.
Washington got some
partying.
pockets. Hey, Washington got some deep
Right.
pockets.
Yeah.
Can't find your keys in there.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love these patronisms.
Patron, you need to
always.
relax.
I think we're on to our last one, y'all. Take your pick.
Come on.
Interview or be interviewed.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
we
hold
gotta
on,
let
hold on.
Taylor go
Payday
first.
has to go first. No.
I
Payday has to go
want
first.
to be the interviewer. Are you kidding me?
Really?
I love being interviewed, but nah, I don't want to be the one doing the interviewing. I love doing it, you know.
Yeah.
I just naturally like hearing people's stories, and I feel like I've gotten to the point where I just get comfortable and we just talk about stuff, and it doesn't even turn into an interview. It's just more so like a real dope
We're kicking
conversation.
it.
You know,
I
a lot
feel
of
it.
the times my interviewees are the ones leading it because they just bring things up, and I'm like, sweet. So tell me more.
Yeah.
Yo, can I jump right? Yo, can I jump right behind that? I just wanted to say, like, I like just because she said that, and it sounded like so comfortable, it almost sounded therapeutic. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, I couldn't do that.
Are you
I couldn't.
crying, bro?
No, I'm thinking.
It's real talk.
I would have been mad if she is really poetic.
No,
so.
think about what I'm saying. Like, if somebody had to ask you questions, you know what you would ask yourself. You don't know what somebody else would ask you. It would trail you down a place in your brain where you normally wouldn't go. Then you'd stop to answer them, and then think about it later. Like, what did I just say? That's authentic because you were just in real time, talking. But like, just the fact that they could just dive down a passage in your brain that you don't even go down. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm tearing up a little bit because it really is about,
like, you need to do it, man.
it really is about getting somebody to share their story, you know what I'm saying, and say what their life experiences. And if you're not gonna talk about the stuff that, you know what I'm saying, influences others and brings out that real life factor of somebody, I mean, it's not really an interview. It's just conversations.
Absolutely. And it's got to be real genuine. Like,
Yeah.
So starting the skit show and doing these skits and then jumping into interviews, it was like an instant thing. I already know that I have this charisma and this pizzazz about myself, but like, what can I do in terms of bringing that out of everyone else?
Well, real talk, you have the greatest voice for it. It's very commanding.
Yeah.
I'm sure. So when I started getting into it, it's like there's so many things that people do in the streets that never get recorded, and there's so many things that people say in the streets to other people in rooms of other artists that don't get heard or recorded. So when you jump into an actual interview, this is when I found out I like to give interviews, because now I have set up a platform for somebody that I would talk to like this on the street. And then we set up that platform, and this motherfucker start actually mother effort. There you go. So I get so passionate, and then the cuss words comes out. I'm so sorry.
It'd be like that.
When someone has the opportunity to have grace in a space to be able to talk about themselves, and they know they're not being back-ended by random question,
right?
They have this confidence about themselves, and it's infused, and then it's being recorded, and it's like, oh, I can talk my S, but now I'm going to talk my S with the grace of the space. So it's like, that's what I love to bring in terms of an interview. It's like, yeah, I'll respond to you, but I want you to talk your S. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I feel that you can get that as somebody if you told them to, you know what I'm saying, unless it was an interview, because somebody's gonna be asking you questions you would never like just be letting out of your face if you just talking to somebody telling them about yourself.
And I'm sure you'd be good at it, because with a voice like that, it's hard to lie to you. You know what I mean?
Patron, you need to relax.
I ain't gonna lie. If you told me to start smoking cigarettes, I'd consider it.
I don't. This conversation going left. This going left.
Patron needs to relax. That's why.
Yeah, Patron for sure got to relax. I don't know where that's going now. This is.
Nah, it was that food that Jill gave him, man. That stuff is still in the system.
But man, honestly, I really like all y'all answers, and they all sound real poetic and beautiful. But I think I want to be interviewed. And I'll say that because
It's like that's not enough.
It's not enough. I love it. I love being able to go talk. But honestly, it's only good doing good interviews though, because doing a bad interview and if it was a bad interview, I would say I'd rather be doing the interview myself, because at least then I can be driving the conversation where I want to go. But if it's a good experience and there's good like for example, like both of these, every time I've interviewed either one of you two, it's been a positive experience. I feel like there's a level of like passion and intention that came in the research aspect, like the pre-setup, and I feel like that's a really important thing when it comes to this whole journalist and media thing. So if there's that depth in there, then man, I would love to be interviewed, because you're gonna ask me stuff and do thought-provoking things that I wasn't even thinking about. And if it's a true banter and conversation, then like I'll probably end up interviewing you too and asking you random questions. Well, this is how I felt about it. What about you? You know what I'm saying?
So on this one, man, I'm actually with Mambo, y'all. I definitely like being interviewed. I like people asking me questions, man, and just I don't know, it just makes me feel important, if you will. So yeah,
D-Money, where did you grow up?
What?
Where'd you grow up, D-Money?
Where'd I grow up? Long Beach, California.
And
I just wanted to ask you a question. I just wanted to validate it.
Thank you. All right, man. Thank everybody for playing. Take your pick. What a crazy episode. All right, man. We got lots more coming at you. We're live until 11. We got Payday here. We got Taylor Hart here. Hey. Yeah, man. It's going down. So keep it logged. This is Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue.
I'm also present.
OG Mambo is here. All right, keep it logged. It's Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio.
What's up? This is Cam
boy Yak. Butterfinger up cheeks. It's your boy Yak Nasty That Nilla.
It's your boy Scam Likely.
DJ Johnny Blaze. And we are
the Northwest Weirdos.
And you're listening on Fresh Juice.
Rainier Avenue Radio.
The Juice Pack. And you're chilling with D-Money, Pint Size Patron, IDYourself, and OG Mambo.
Let's get weird.
Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? We asked our communities, and this is what they had to say.
For me, generational wealth is passed down knowledge from relatives or any family members, or even like any ancestral people that have come before you, that is, used to help you progress in the times that you're living in. So I think it is very updated. It's very current. It is existing in real time. So any type of knowledge or resources from people who are here living now, being able to provide that information and pass it down from generation to generation, how you maintain the wealth. That's what it means to me.
This campaign to create awareness to generational wealth is brought to you by the Department of Neighborhood's Generational Wealth Initiative, the Washington Housing Finance Commission, and Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Create your generational wealth for you and the future of your families.
Women are not an homogenous group. We face discrimination differently depending on factors such as ethnicity, age, socioeconomic status, and more.
Rainier Avenue Radio is proud to amplify women's voices.
They are the experts of their own lives, initiating conversations within their community about challenges they face, the solutions they're working on, and the opportunities they see.
Please join us this Sunday from 2 to 5 for Women's Voices on Air. We know our challenges. We are the experts of our lives.
We are master multitaskers, prioritizing our family, friends, and our faith above our own needs.
Our needs and voices are too often overlooked.
Please join us this Sunday from 2 to 5 p.m. for Women's Voices on Air.
We tell our stories in our own way.
We are strong. We are resilient. And we will get through this together. But these are stressful times. And it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone.
Yo, what up? This your boy Hodge. You tuned in to Fresh Juice on Rainier Radio with your boys, The Juice Pack, D Money, Pint Size Patron, and ID Yourself, and OG Mambo. Check it out. Peace.
Let's ride down the west side, and you can be right by my side. Let's ride down the west side, and you can see how I live life. Let's ride down the west side, and you can be right by my side. Let's ride down the west side, and you can see how I live life. Hop in. It's time to adventure, it's time to explore and exist. It's time to go dip in the whip with a bad little gift who got presents to send. Somebody who ready to ride, somebody who loving ain't telling no lies. Somebody who feeling the vibe and the lies. Somebody who know when you wrong and you right. Driving down 5 with a dime in the passenger side with a life on the line. Skinny body divine, sending chills down my spine when we ride with my hand on the thigh. It's only right that I please you. Show you loyalty won't leave you. Tell the truth, I believe you. Show you love when I see you. Ay. On the west side, beautiful high with the best bride. It's not a test, I know I'm better than the rest and I confess I wanna have you by my side when I be riding through the west side. Let's ride down the west side, and you can be right by my side. Let's ride down the west side, and you can see how I live life. Let's ride down the west side, and you can be right by my side. Let's ride down the west side, and you can see how I live life.
West Side by Payday, right there off of the upcoming album Life of Pay. Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio, yo.
I loved everything about it except for one thing. There's one thing that needs to change. I'm sorry, I need to say it now. My brother man. For me, you and all the other black folk that are listening to this podcast and all the brown folk, you know, all the white folk too, y'all gotta listen to this, okay? We need to get away from them Teslas. You get away from them Teslas. Please get away from them Teslas, okay?
Yeah, I got a story
away
about that
from the Tesla, brother. Okay.
I got a story about that Tesla. Man.
Look, every time I see a Tesla, I feel like I see a toaster that's just waiting to be plugged in and like overcharged and just blows up.
Before we get deep into the record, or we go into the story of Payday, please share your Tesla story, and hopefully it will calm ID Yourself down.
Because I'm not feeling.
He's very excited right now.
I'm not excited.
He needs a Tesla.
You can't be coming on the show with music videos with Teslas upsetting my friends, man. I need you to explain yourself.
Nope, you can't, bro. You can't do it, bro.
When the hat touches the laptop like that, like what he's doing.
Yeah. We're now concerned. The higher the iPad comes up on the vase, that's how you know this Tesla was like very.
All right, man. Let's get to this Tesla story. Let's Tesla.
So at this point in time, especially in making music, like I just felt compelled to be the image, because I've always been an artist that just, you know what I'm saying, like has always done music and production at whatever level I was in life. And honest being, you know what I'm saying? So that
please let me finish.
Tesla Flex was rented, obviously, as you know. It's not in my garage, not mine. But the fact of the matter is, I really wanted to do that. And with my friends, they all supported. They was like, you know, this is rented. And I was like, yeah, I know it's rented. Okay, but we gonna get it.
It looked good, man.
And it looks great. It was visually appealing. I look great and I'm visually appealing. And when I get that shit, I'm gonna have it. And
get that stuff. You about to gas them up.
Man, am I the worst at this?
No, you're not. You're
Bruh,
not.
Not even
you
close.
could have, bro.
Not even close.
We appreciate the efforts.
You know how many other?
Get back to the story. Get back to the story. So when I got it, I'm telling you, boy, it was a new payday. It's a new payday. Boy, I hopped out that Tesla and I was like, this is mine. This is mine. I never lied and said this was mine. I said, you know what? Hey, you take it for what it is.
Yeah.
But one thing about it is I liked that feeling. And the moral of the story of that is it motivated me so much when I had to turn them keys back in. The lady was nice. She was a very nice lady. She was like, you know what? This car fits you. And I was like, you know what? Don't say that to me.
Hey, bro, you know,
I even put her on the YouTube. I told her to check, be ready for this video because it's about to be phenomenal in your car. She was like, you know what? And she actually hit me up afterwards and she communicated with me. She was like, wow, that video was amazing. Thank you for using my car, so on and so forth. So it's like, yes.
Hey,
You could even
check it out.
you could even say that renting the car gave you drive.
Oh, it gave me.
Patron, you need to relax, man. Basically,
No. He doesn't need to relax. Now he back in pocket. He was reaching for him before. Now
you're right. He's in pocket. Yeah,
now you in pocket. That's where I need Patron at all
Get that
times.
cruise on him.
I see it, Patron. I see it.
We need to keep shifting, man. Shift to higher gears. Let's keep the story going.
Hold on.
Story going.
So
You guys are about to stress Taylor out. She's gonna need a smoke break soon.
It was phenomenal, man. It was a great experience, and like I'm a humble dude, man. I do not flex. I do not tell people that I have something that I don't. I speak with my music. I speak with my heart. But it was a fun experience, and it motivated me to really get on my SHIT. You know what I'm saying? No bar included, but I really wanted to have a feeling of, you know, just embracing a moment where I know I'm going to be there in the future. And so
you could have rented a house-sized model of a space shuttle and drove that, bro.
It put me in the right direction.
I'm gonna get all T-pained out with it. You feel me?
I want to fly. I want to get away. I want to fly away.
Yeah.
But that's
You know what?
me and my quick go by thing is like, if you like it, I love it.
We're gonna get it.
I don't think anybody could just even rent the Tesla. I think there has to be some sort of prerequisites. Recommendations. I don't know.
It's like, if you like it, I love it, and if you love it, I could fall in love with it too. So if you really feel like that was meant for you, I feel like there's maybe a whip out there I could rent that would make me feel like there's something I'm missing in my day to day. So that's dope that you caught that feeling. That's probably gonna spark something really wonderful for you. So I'm happy to hear all that story.
Man, let's go backwards even further. Let's go backwards even further.
What about the grocery store?
The grocery store. So
do you work there, or did rent it out, or how'd that work?
No, we actually pulled up to the grocery store, and like I don't like to pre-plan music videos. I just like to kind of go with the flow. I already know what I have in my head. And so when we pulled up to the set, we were driving down what's that over there by the beach area that we like to go to, Alki
and Golden Gardens.
Yeah, so we was going down there and we saw this 7-Eleven, and we was like, all right, let's pull up and see what's up. So we wanted to do it outside because, you know, I got kind of nervous. I didn't want to go in there and be like, hey bro, we're shooting a music video. But me and Lex Scope,
shout out to Lex.
Hey, shout out to my boy Lex Scope. He's a visionary. He's a intelligent, brilliant videographer. Anytime that man has a camera in his hand, it's a positive thing. It's gonna be a good turnout. So we went in there and he was like, all right, go talk to him. I was like, all right, fine. So we go in there and we ask him. He was like, dude, are you guys famous? I was like, at this moment, I was like, I'm in a Tesla. I'm wearing this meat coat.
That's all you guys say.
I was
just be like, dude, I'm driving a
like,
Tesla. Am I famous?
Yo, whenever people ask me if I'm famous, I just tell them, yeah, I do like what I'm saying.
Be honest, be humble.
Okay.
Your fruits will reap later in your life.
Oh,
so I told him we was not famous, but we move in ways that famous people move.
That's real.
Just them peoples, you know what I'm saying?
They are people too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we human beings. So we walked in there. He was like, dude, do whatever you want. He was like, you guys look great. He even filmed us. He took a video of us. He was a very supportive person. Wow. So we went in there and we just had free roam in the 7-Eleven. People were walking in, taking videos, taking pictures. Lex was doing his thing, getting the overhead shots.
Lex got the angles, man.
I don't know if you guys know Melissa. She was in the video too as well. Melissa was phenomenal in the video.
Not familiar.
I sent out a.
I mean, not for nothing. I'm a videographer. You guys had great angles. Pause.
Yes. We took care of.
Did you say pause?
I said guys. I also said guys, so I said pause.
I guess.
I mean, angles is that a pause?
Not really.
I said guys. I said you guys.
I guess it depends how you look at it.
All right,
It's absolutely
Mambo
not
had
a
a
pause.
question, man. I got
Okay.
your volume all the way up, Mambo, but it's still pretty quiet, man. But go for your thing, man.
Oh yeah, no. All I was gonna say is I wanted to take it back a little bit, Payday. You mentioned this being like a first flex moment. So for our listeners, for the people who are getting introduced to you, kind of break down your journey, where you went to school at, how you ended up in the town, how you immersed yourself in the scene. Kind of walk us through some of those details, and I'll pop in as necessary and sprinkle some more questions on top of it.
For sure, absolutely. So
So you're almost done to sleep. I'll put some more on there.
Sprinkle some crack on.
Sprinkle them, man.
Sprinkle some crack on.
Sprinkle me, man. Sprinkle me, man.
Sprinkle them, man.
Okay, so I was born in California, man.
Okay.
Very short time being out there at a very young age, and then we moved to Lakewood, Washington.
Shout out to Lakewood.
That's where I stay. Let's go.
Wow,
Hey.
wow. My parents got married, and they decided to move to Washington. When I got out here, I was like, "Why did we leave California?" That doesn't
Right.
make any
That's
sense.
that's everybody's first question.
But you know, my mom
They
watched.
get it.
My mom understood the way that the hood works. She
Right.
understood
Real
the
talk.
way that life works.
It's
for
a
young
parental
adolescents.
decision.
Yeah, it's a parental decision. And so she decided to move us to Washington. So I was like, oh my
Lakewood is not
Say it like that.
Yo, Payday.
At the time, that's how I felt.
Payday. Can
I'll be
we
honest
ask
with
how
you,
old
at
you
the
are?
time-
Payday,
What's
how
that?
old are you?
I am 32 years old.
She's
Okay.
let's go to this nice, safe place called Lakewood.
Right.
Go to Lakewood.
Right, for real though. Like, to be honest, that's how she felt. And my mom is a very loving, emotional, heart-driven woman, and I'm sure a lot of mothers like that too as well. But you know that anxiety, that anxiety kind of it kind of shelters you a little bit. You know, it puts a dome over you because it may be overanalyzed and it may be from a place of maybe fear more so than care. And so when we moved out here, we decided to live in Lakewood for a little bit. Then, you know, my parents got divorced, and then we moved to Puyallup. And when we moved to Puyallup, Washington, it was like, wow, I am the only.
Yeah.
I am the one and only.
And when I say only, there was like 8 people in our graduate class.
Damn.
8 black
That's
people.
the part you didn't have to say black people. Everybody knew what you was talking about. That's the part. That's the part. You didn't have to say black people. Everybody knew exactly what you was talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
And just being in the element, you know what I'm saying? Like at a young age, coming into that element, it's like I didn't really develop no hood, no.
But were you on a farm?
No. Puyallup is
He
definitely
said,
not.
nah.
That's like Graham, Eatonville.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's farm adjacent.
Sumner.
I was gonna say
nothing but trees.
Right.
And you know,
I was gonna be like, it's just like a regular town out there. It's like a little town.
now it is.
I had
It's
I had
kinda
a little
commercial.
shorty out there in the Yup. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
they had
wow.
Sonic. They got.
They got
some stuff out there.
Amen to that.
They actually do have that. Hey, when we was there, it was popping. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. We throwing parties all the time. So when I got to Puyallup, it was all about sports, man. I've been playing basketball since I was 8 years old.
Wow.
I actually got a scholarship to go to Tennessee Temple.
Oh wow.
And played there. I actually reneged that scholarship and came back because I felt like I was leaving a place where I feel like I could develop myself a little bit more in terms of entertainment, in terms of music, in terms of even basketball. So I came back. I played for Highline in Des Moines.
Yeah.
And that was a great experience. Met some great people. Shout out to my boy Jerome, Darnell Williams.
There's some ballers over there at Highline. Shout out to Highline.
Very much so. Very much so.
Especially if his name's Jerome.
Yeah.
That's nothing to do with anything.
That's dancing on the line right there.
Yeah,
Patrol.
You might as well say Tyrone, bro.
All right, man.
Shout out to my guy Jerome. He can hoop for sure.
All right, so you're staying in Puyallup. All right, what's going on
So
there?
yeah, I'm staying in Puyallup, and then when I came back from college, man, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna attack this music so hard, and I'm thinking this is 18 years old, man, and I come back and I get involved with a few of my friends, and at first it was called the Grease Team, and then we had a falling out.
Grease?
Wait.
Like grease?
Like greasy. You
Gotcha.
remember that word back in the day? Greasy?
ID, you gotta let him land,
Greasy.
bro.
You was just doing whatever you wanted to.
Gotcha.
And that was our motto, you know what I'm saying? And we was just rapping.
It had nothing to do with the musical though.
Not Grease.
Not Grease, like Grease,
No,
like
not
grimy.
Sheen. No, like Ultra Sheen. No, Grease. Grease.
Grease.
We was greasy.
Hey, Payday.
We was
Do
really
you
out
mean
there.
like grease? Do you mean like grimy, like grease?
Like grease, like grimy. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
I knew. See, y'all gotta listen to me, man.
It took me a while. It took me like 5 years after.
And
that.
this was Ebonics with the Fresh Juice team.
Right.
Ebonics, yo.
I got points for being hood in that joint. Yeah.
So did you say greasy? Like when you say greasy, you mean like oily or
like
yeah?
Like that musical.
whole lot of gang shit. Let's go. Whole lot of gang. Let's go.
Anyways, Payday, please tell us about the Grease gang and y'all falling out. And how
we went to high school together. We was always, you know, we defended each other. You know what I'm saying? If anybody from Puyallup, usually hick white boys, if they ever tried to step to us, we would always have each other's backs. We threw great parties, and we just always freestyled at every party. And my boy Matty D, Sky, man, one of the best freestyles I ever heard in my life. And he was like, we wanted to get behind him and just, you know, support him. And it was just, you know, kind of wasn't really his thing. He didn't really want to do that in general, but like we supported him so much. And so it gave me this drive from how well he rapped and just sitting in the car, smoking blunts and just going off and just listening to this man freestyle over every single Lil Wayne.
He was nice.
He was just nice. And we had another dude, D-Bones, he was just nice as hell too with the pen. And so we had kind of a falling out, you know what I'm saying, like separation.
Is this like teenage years, early 20s?
So what? Just people going different directions, relationships.
Different
What do you say
relations,
falling
different
out? What you mean?
Because I
You
was
said
one-
early
I was one of-
20s?
Yeah, I was one of those people who would motivate you and push you to where it maybe was a little uncomfortable. It was like,
Gotcha.
bro, you are this, you are so great. Da-da-da. And you know, some people really can't take that kind of positive, you know, injection into their brain.
Reinforcement.
No, it's not reinforcement. It's enforcement. If it's the first time, and then especially if they don't like the aggression, and it feels more like an authority figure. It's not It's not reinforcement because they're not wanting that. It's enforcement.
Exactly.
Hey, Payday.
And now looking back on it, go ahead.
Have you ever taken the color test?
Oh my god.
Do you know
Now
what I'm
you
talking about
dancing
when
on
I say
the
the color test?
line.
Like the personality color test, where that
See, my
you
face is
either
put on my
red,
face.
yellow,
It's in the
or
middle.
Yeah. I think
Red,
I
blue?
took that. I think that I took that during that time.
you giving red energy. I'm a red too, bro. So
Yeah.
I feel you when you saying that. Sometimes we're a little overzealous. You can get a little
Yeah.
excited, a little pushy,
Very
a little bit.
passionate, you know what I mean? And it just and I look back on
We
myself.
just
and I-
want to win.
Yeah, exactly. We just want to win. I don't want to look. I don't mean no harm to nobody. If I see somebody with talent, bro, I get so excited. You know what I'm saying? I get overzealous, and I look at myself in my shoes at that 18 through 21, maybe even 22 time, and just cringe from how admirable I was. You know how honest I was, and sometimes it was good, and sometimes people could sit there and listen to me ramble about how great they are, but sometimes it could have been toned down to a point where they could actually embrace it. Like it's like if I'm saying so much about the person and they don't believe it with themselves, then it's kind of hard to how you gonna listen to somebody who believes in you more than you believe in yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so on the question, in Grease Gang, rank yourself like what? How nice were you at that time?
Oh, no, the bars was not there. I was rapping.
Okay,
Camel
so
Joe with mistletoe.
So how far? What number would you rate yourself in Grease Gang? How?
Even below Yeezy. Okay, so I could write really.
How many
quick.
people were in it?
There was me, Payday, This was probably even before I had the name Payday.
Okay.
This is crazy. I was Garen still at that time.
Pre-Payday.
Wow.
Yeah, I was Garen at that time.
Garen.
So, Garen, there was Matty D. There was
You was Garen? Was like Garen because you staring, or like just Garen?
That's his name,
Garen,
bro.
'cause I'm Karen, obviously, because of the amount of passion I displayed to
That was a
my
made up name. My bad.
peers. Yeah.
Wow.
I fucked a jerk down.
Wow. Wow. What's your name?
I did because I the first name. I didn't know.
What is your name?
I did the first name.
Round two.
Your name was on
Ding ding ding.
What's your
Round
name?
2 ID.
Was you guys in the same group?
My name is Unique, my G.
I thought maybe ID was in Grease. So how many people were in it?
So it was I think it was 7 of us.
And you were number.
I'd say with the pen, I was probably number 3.
Okay.
But
That's not bad.
with the
Thing
freestyle
is, that's
at
the-
that
that's the-
time. Okay, at that time.
And if you think about it, that's really the best place to be because you don't have to go forward and figure everything out the hard way.
Right.
You get to catch some experience from the two in front of you.
And
But
you're
not the bottom of the league. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely not.
you holding your weight.
Yes.
And you soaking up game.
Absolutely. And it was a great experience, that I went through with those boys, man. Like I love them to death. I will always love them to people. It's like Tourette's. It's like holding it back.
No, that one you can ride it.
Right?
I think we got to fall
Damn,
back.
Okay, that's cool. I guess, yeah. So
You're gonna need to get a cursing jar.
Being in that moment, I think we all just needed separation because we were always with each other. We were always hanging out, and sometimes you just get tired of people. You know what I'm saying?
Would you collab from time to time?
Yeah, we would.
Cool.
So I moved into
how you get from where you was out there. I call it the yup, by the way, because it sounds cooler to me, and it's a lot to say Puyallup. So how when you was out there, when you was out there in the yup in the South Side, how did you end up transitioning and making your way into the city? Because it's like a little bit of a journey, It's like
it is a little bit of a journey.
You could have made the.
We might have to continue that journey on the other side of the break, man. Unfortunately,
Let's go. It's up, man. We got Payday. We got T-Hart in here.
I
You
heard
know
that
what
coming
it
my
is.
way.
Before that, we're gonna quickly celebrate birthdays. Do our little birthday segment. Some big names celebrating birthdays. Here we go.
Ooh.
Yeah, man, that's a good one.
Hey,
Happy birthday to my niece Riza out there in Florida.
Any
That's
other
a big
birthdays to
birthday
shout
right
out?
I said it last week, and I'll say it again. We got Daddy Baby next Wednesday.
Hey, shout out to my
birthday,
stepdad. He's been married to my mama since
Brother
99.
Andy on. Whoa,
Yeah.
today?
Yeah.
Nah, just December is
Hey,
lucky
hey,
birthday.
hey, let's
It's in
go.
December though.
Hey,
Today.
That's what's up.
December 6th.
December 6th.
It's a
It's birthday now.
birthday.
Now it's birthday. You want to recognize.
To this day.
All right, any other birthdays to shout out? Recognize?
Day.
All right.
Mambo, what's up, baby?
All right, let's go on to our next one. Here we go. We got a song coming at you from and Mambo let this slip last week that this is the person that's responsible for this show coming together because at the concert, Mambo met up with both of our guests at this guy's concert, Oblé Reed.
Nice.
Oh,
show.
Linden Navel, right there, name of the album.
Linden Ave.
What did you just call it?
Taylor got it.
Y'all know D makes up his own
There's
words.
an exclamation point. It's not
complicated.
Still doing it, Taylor. He is
I
still
don't know.
doing
Whatever.
it.
That's Oblé, I got you, boy. Oblé Reed, Linden Ave. Go peep that. It's one of the best albums to come out of the Northwest
Taylor
this
got
year.
it.
I
Taylor got it.
promise you.
What?
that.
Yes.
I
Juicy.
promise
Hey
you
man,
that.
hey, shout out my guy Oblé, man. When you guys tune into that Skits Show episode I did with Payday, he got a nice little shout out in there too earlier, man.
Big
So
time,
we can
big
definitely
time.
get into this record.
Speaking of,
You
we got
better be
to
on
get
that
this
episode
Skit
too,
show
bro.
as well, man. We only got an hour left to do it. So
Come on.
we got Oblé Reed right now, Hometown Hero. Check out this video. Be right back. Taylor
Beautiful
Hart here.
video.
Payday's here. Keep it locked
Yeah,
fresh.
yeah.
So Rainier Avenue Radio. Tell your friends.
To my old homies, to the same place you used to jump me at. Told them run it back. Keep my old girl at the show. She ain't get her money back. Was a fun in that. Now I'm beefing with God. Actually, no. And I'm supposed spoken to see what this G's been on.
Yep, that's more like it.
The only explainable reason it's taking this long and I gotta refocus. Can I rely on the hocus and pocus? It's harder to breathe when I'm under this POTUS. And how do you win when it's money the motive? I started my learning after my diploma and all of these years spending under the bus. They asking Moon, will you make it? I'm raising my hand like I know it, I know it, I know it. What you do when the city you love don't love you back? What you do when the backs you got don't got your back? Put a pin in all of that effort, tryna put your city on the map. Not the hero they wanted, but the hero they needed so bad.
I ain't Superman, I ain't bulletproof. I'ma tell the truth, I be just like you. I don't run the world, but a boy can dream. Just a underdog coming from the underneath.
Honestly, my roots deeper than motivational speakers. How come they making their meals and then suddenly don't wanna speak up? The people that meant to be heroes don't even wanna be heroes. Falling in love with the zeros. I ain't even know that the saying reversing that way, but I gotta get working today. Finally ran out of emergency days. I got stomped out, ranked out, dry. Still made rehearsal that day.
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a moon. Feeling lost, I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. Said myself, I don't got no one to prove right now.
So why does it feel so high pressure? Marvelous, overly confident, I leave the consequences to the copycats. Sacrifice skin on my back. How about you go copy that? All of your problems, you let that bottom. It's up and away. I caught up the mayor, I told him I got it. It's up and away.
I ain't Superman, I ain't bulletproof. I'ma tell the truth, I be just like you. I don't run the world, but a boy can dream. Just a underdog coming from the underneath.
It's your girl Angie Stacks, and you're listening to Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio, The Juice Pack, D Money, Pint Size Patron, ID Yourself, and OG Mambo.
Cool. Hey, Seattle, here are some storage tips to love food, stop waste. Onions make potatoes sprout faster. Keep onions away from potatoes. Ripe bananas give off a gas that makes the fruit around them ripen faster. Store bananas away from other fruits. 40% of food in the U.S. goes uneaten. Save money, save food, save the planet. Visit Seattle Public Utilities for more tips.
Hey, this is Paul Pearson. I've hosted the R&B show Star Time since the very beginning of Rainier Avenue Radio. And after years of featuring tracks from the 50s through the 80s, Star Time now plays R&B and hip-hop from the 1990s as well. A whole half-century of soul, funk, hip-hop, and more on Star Time. Wednesdays at 2 p.m. on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Wash your hands, don't touch your face, wipe things down, clean up your space. When you cough and sneeze, do responsibly. If you feel you're getting ill, isolate at home and chill. No, you're not alone. Please pick up your phone and call 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Health 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Community Radio Station will provide you with more information. Say Rainier Avenue Radio. Your community radio station will provide you with more information. Rainier Avenue Radio.
What's happening, everybody? It's South End Siva. We're over here on Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio with the Juice Pack. Got D Money, Pint Size Patron, ID Yourself, and OG Mambo. Yes, sir.
She love that lifestyle. She's not surprised by the way I go. Yeah, she love that lifestyle. She's not surprised by the way I go.
Hendrix Rocker. Hail from from the ship and tried to catch the wave, but I'm no Captain Save. I'm trying to get me paid, so if you hop on, baby, you gotta be tailor-made. There's P in my talk, there's player in my walk. It's from the jump with me, lil' mama, but this ain't no park. Keezy be super sharp, keep a piece moving smart. Moving dodo on the lodo, the bag is booster party. I'm your pusher, got that pusher, what's up? You knew I was out there, and that's why we hooked up. Kings at the table now, you can spot a rook up. Got that magic in the pot, so watch it and cook up. Moving in the side like I'm chopping on blades. Keep it something sweet, cold pilot lemonade. I'm thugging in this, if this is something that she craves. She can't wait until we get out, I'm telling her
She
I
love that lifestyle. She's not surprised by the way I go out. Yeah, she love that lifestyle. She's not surprised by the way I go out. I got what you want, I got what you need. Stay on my P's and Q's and dot my I's and cross my T's. Creating Play-Doh in the closet like I'm Socrates. I play the field like I'm the forward on a soccer team. If you about that life, then I suggest you roll the dice. It's not a game and I can promise you it's nothing nice. I've seen it all, build up the wisdom, now I give advice. Stay trying to make it paper chase until I reach the heights. Young, black, and attractive with passion. No flex, good sex ain't all about that action. Fresher than your average, oppressive through the madness. A savage, and nigga doing damage, they can't stand it. I understand how it works, know what I deserve. I'm getting better every day, I know the flow's superb. I see it from a chest to tell you what you never heard. This the lifestyle, and that other shit's for the bird. Lifestyle, she's not surprised by the way I go out. Lifestyle, she's not surprised by the way I go
Shit, love that lifestyle. Payday on that joint right there, featuring Mr. Hendrix.
You make
Hendrix,
you make a lot of
Rainier Avenue Radio.
You make a lot of anthem songs. They definitely had all all the way up energies.
Absolutely.
Did you listen to any Cudi growing up?
Everyone says that, bro. Everyone says that.
And not because of like lyrically, contextually, but I think there's a sense of like creative freedom that you have. And actually, you can kind of speak to it a little bit more, but kind of what you broke down to me on why you don't listen to other podcasters or interviewers. It seems like you kind of isolate in your creative space, and that's what I feel like Cudi did too. He was kind of just in his own space. So what came out was very emotional and passionate, but unique to its sound because it had rock influences and so many other like different like kind of like facets to it.
I was telling you, I try to stay away from listening to mainstream music. I try to stay of creativity. I want to make sure that I resonate with what I like and what I understand. You know what I mean? So the Waynes, the Boyz II Men, the 112, the Motley Crue, you know what I'm saying? Like I listen to such a wide variety of music that I just play consistently. But like now in mainstream music, I feel like everything kind of sounds the same. I want to make sure that I do not channel into that even style of freestyle or even style of rap. You know, I want to make sure when you hear lifestyle, bro, like you can tell that that's never been really made by anybody else. You know what I'm saying? You listen to that song, you can have your judgment towards it, and you can actually have your just like, damn, where was you going there? And you went there and it sounded good. Like, how did you do that? How did you create that with your thought process? So I want people to question what they just heard. And I want them to listen to it again and again and again and find the concepts of where I'm going with my tone, with my angle of 4x6, 4x4s. Like, where am I going with?
Is that just my sign that's cutting out?
Man, that's what's up for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
And that's
Man,
where,
real quick, so we can kind of segue over to Taylor, bro. Give us the synopsis of how you ended up from Puyallup over here in Seattle being creative. Why you picked Seattle over Tacoma, which is also got a pretty thriving and growing culture, but neighboring right there too.
Right. So, and I'll keep it short and sweet. When I went from Puyallup to Seattle, I had a producer. His name was Shogun, and he actually got into Seattle Art Institute. And when he did that, he was working with us down in Puyallup, and then going back up to Seattle Art Institute. And so we, the crew that I was working with at this point in time, Filthy Crew, we went up to Seattle.
So you went from greasy to filthy.
Yes. Yes. Filthy. Man, we had a whole house, bro. We had a house together. 5 of us got a house together. I don't even know how.
But it was a pigsty.
House, but it was in Puyallup. We were throwing parties there.
It was filthy.
It was filthy as hell, bro. And it really was. And we had the whole town.
Yo,
coming
filthy
to
used to
our
be like the way
parties,
you
bro.
described the dopest stuff.
It was wild, bro. It was wild. But anyways, to continue with that, he ended up going to Seattle Art Institute, and we ended up going up there, sleeping on the floor in the apartments that's literally a block away from Seattle Art Institute. And he could rent out these studios. So we would rent out the studios and try to figure out how to hook up the cords. He was going to school for engineering. Sometimes we sit there for 2 hours trying to figure out how to hook up the goddamn the Pro Tools and everything. And so we was figuring this stuff out, man. And we just kept growing and growing and making more and more music. And then I started hitting the club scene, started hosting, promoting, and I was jumping in between hosting, promoting, staying up late and partying and making music. And this was in that 2015 to 2020, up until COVID. And that was the hustle. It was like going and make sure I was at every show, making sure I was supporting every single person. And really
you ran into me though. You must have ran into me because 2012 was the 2012 was the.
How have I not run into you ever?
I know that's crazy.
And you know what? And Taylor,
I was everywhere.
Taylor, you guys actually probably ran into each other, but didn't know, or were standing across the street from each other on set. And because there's actually many a night where I would host Barbosa or co-host with like Hendrix and Payday being there. We'd be there at Swerve, and I would pop out, and me and you would smoke a blunt on the hill, Taylor. So like, you guys was definitely right there.
All right.
Right.
And
So speaking, go ahead.
Yeah, and I'll finish it here. It was I'm telling you, from 2015, I feel like I can speak for a lot of people in the city. That time, it is unmatched.
2015
up until 2019. I think even 2014 up until
I was about to say,
2019
because
because
13
maybe
was really, a lot of those albums started to kick off from
like
really
More
big
Gang and all that.
core,
Like
that
everything
core
was just
group,
really kind of flowing in a way that was just like, God, there's always something going on. There's always a party. There's always, something going on Q, or always going to something at Therapy or Barbosa or Numos. And it was just such a live, every Capitol Hill night was packed. The streets were packed. Somebody was there drinking this, doing that. And it was like we all were kind of figuring out who each other were. And me being from Puyallup, coming in and being this tall, lanky, like hyped dude, everybody was looking at me like, who is this guy? Who does he think he is? Like, he's not from here. Who is this clown? And so, I mean, I got a lot of mixed signals from a lot of different people. And then I think when COVID hit, it was like those relationships that maybe didn't go so well or maybe went really well. I tried to harness those, you know what I'm saying, and keep those within that COVID time. And now we have these relationships that are so pivotal for the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I know these people so much more than I did back when we was going from door to door and trying to please people and trying to make sure this person didn't like me. And you know what I'm saying? Like, all that was kind of going on from that 2014 to 2019 time. And I feel like now that we are a little bit more seasoned and grown and stuff like that, I feel like now is the time to take advantage of the relationships that we've either, like I was telling Mambo earlier, that we've either structured, or the ones that need to be rekindled, or the ones that need to just be like, you know what I'm saying? You
Right.
toxic. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we need to come to terms with those types of relationships and move forward with the people we believe in and that believe in us. So it's like,
I want to directly swing the same question and kind of, because you got a little bit of history here with the Rainier Ave family, so they know you, Taylor. But shift and kind of break down that experience from you transitioning from Monroe into being in the town, being at all these shows, like, and what pulled you into the whole journalism pool. Because like I tell you to your face, I say it behind your back, I'll tweet about it. I think you are one of like the top tier journalists out here. When I was joining the Fresh Juice team, you were someone who I was looking at and studying the mannerisms and the type of things that you're doing, because you know a lot about the city. Like Taylor's low key like a Seattle hip hop like encyclopedia. Like when it's all said and done in the next like decade, people are gonna be like, so can you tell me about this? Like, oh, you talking about in 2009? Yeah, well that album dropped in September and it was competing with this album.
because obviously Taylor was a part of the crew and everything, and when she left, man, there was just a void there, and thankfully Mambo has come on, man, and the energy and everything like that, man.
And IDYourself as well, man.
Yeah, of course. ID joined just around that time, I believe. But yeah, it's just like you were just a big part of the show for sure. Mambo has definitely brought the show in a totally different direction.
Man, D, I need you to relax, brother. Okay, so first of all, let me back that up a little bit, because the only reason why I popped up and stayed was because of people like D and people like Taylor and the vibe that was already set in place before I even like pop my little toenail on the door. So thank y'all. First of all,
toenail.
Don't judge my toenails.
But yeah,
man.
Taylor. So tell us how you ended up from Monroe and out here and moving around the city. What pulled you over to Seattle?
Lady, she good.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. So what's so funny that you say that though, like what pulled me out here, it's really it's me going back to it, because when I was younger, like in kid, like young like baby, like, you know, those years, I lived in Redmond, and that was back before 520 was a toll bridge, right? And my parents I know, right? Aging myself right now. Like, whoops, should I have said that? I don't know. I'm 16. Don't think that.
The hottest 15-year-old journalist.
Come on.
No, I was though. Okay, so this is when I was still in Monroe. I was actually on the newspaper. I was the editor of the newspaper.
What?
Okay.
Yeah. So I got roots in this. But all because my dad has been a musician my whole life. His first band was in '89. He started that in like the U District, right? My dad was an AVRAT. You know, he was on the streets for a few years of his teenage years, and he met my mom, thankfully, and got his act together. And they were super young when they had me and my two brothers. And so
I'm sorry, did you say AVRAT?
Yeah, he was an AVRAT.
That's a thing.
What does that mean?
So all of the like homeless and all of the grungy people that hang up and
Never
down
heard
on
that
the
term.
Ave.
Sorry.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different nowadays, but back in the day,
Y'all name them rats?
The Ave was a little bit more live, and
like a mall rat. I get it
hang
now.
out there and like you know, do drugs and
Gotcha.
and just, you know,
being young.
He got kicked out of his house, so he was he was on the streets, and so so yeah, but he met my mom, got his act together, and all that. They
Shout out to that, man.
right?
The turnaround game.
Are you the oldest? Are you the oldest, Taylor?
I'm the youngest. I'm the baby.
Okay.
It's called a bunso in Tagalog.
Bunso.
Yeah. So yeah, I grew up in the music industry out here. Actually, my dad's been playing music, like I said, my whole life. So, but I grew up in the metal scene. So I wasn't in hip hop, but my dad listened to a lot of hip hop. He's the one who brought home Ludacris's Chicken and Beer.
Classic.
And
Right.
Nelly's
An incredible
Country
album.
Road. Yeah.
That's there.
I was like 6 years old and I listened to it and I said, "Oh my God," and never looked back. So, so really, they moved us out to Monroe because A, a little bit safer, and B, way cheaper. Like way cheaper.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I went out there, and so ever since I moved out there, I wanted to get back into the city because I absolutely hated it out there. Love the peace and quiet every now and then. I go out there. Shout out my mom, still out in Monroe, but yeah, I always wanted to get back to the city. I was always obsessed with music, always have been. And naturally, I was just always a writer as well. My dad did a little bit of like music reviews and that kind of thing in his little community and metal scene out here. And so like I was kind of involved in a little bit of that and saw my dad doing that. And so it was just something that I had always seen, and I got that writing skill from him. And so yeah, in high school, I was on the newspaper. I was the editor for a couple of years on there, and I wrote a little bit, but nobody in my school really made music. So the only music I could write about was the school band. That wasn't, thrilling. So yeah, then I ended up going to college in Everett, and eventually made my way back down towards like Mount Lake Terrace and Linwood area. And when I was living out there, actually, I started going to shows more because it was way easier to bus from Mount Lake Terrace than it was from Monroe.
Right.
So I was able to start going to shows. Plus, I started turning of age because there was plenty of shows I couldn't go to because I was underage for a while. So yeah, once I started going to shows though, I ran into somebody who I used to go to high school with in Monroe, Jordan Callahan. A lot of folks out here know Jordan.
Yeah, got him on the show.
Because he's done a lot in the music industry. Starting to work on like booking shows and just highlighting people out here, and he knew Mitch and Joey at Respect My Region. Yeah, shout out. So I started working with Jordan after I ran into him for Town TV, the brand that he was running back then. And I was just doing like little shout outs and little blurbs. I would make posts on Facebook and be like, yo, check out this new single and stuff. But yeah, he knew the folks at RMR, and so he linked me to Mitch. And the funniest story on this is that Macintosh, who's been on the show as well. I actually went out to the Tri-Cities with him, and we were shooting a music video for him with Karma. Shout out Karma. And Justin Frick, who's another phenomenal director, as well as like Lex Scope. And
that was your first time in Tri-Cities?
Not my first time in Tri-Cities, but yeah, I knew what to expect. Anyway, you can find it out. Go to Tri-Cities. You can figure it out yourself. But yeah, anyway, so we actually went over and we were shooting a music video over there, and so he actually drove me straight to the RMR headquarters back in the day. That was in Linwood. Straight from Tri-Cities. We drove right over there, and I met with Mitch, and I've literally, and that was February. I want to say it was February 2nd of 2017 was that day that I went and met up with Mitch, and I've literally been with Respect My Region ever since. So it was kind of just like I literally just fell into it.
I have a question, Taylor.
Yeah.
When it comes to all these figures that you work with, and your personal life, do your personal people respect your region? There's a lot of people that you deal with. I'm pretty sure it's hard to
That's
have
a fair question.
Real talk though, like sometimes I feel like this community, like I'm way too respected.
You have a second phone, right? You have two phones.
like honestly, like when I'm going out and like hanging out and stuff, I feel like some people have been like, if you mess with Taylor, like I will kill you. And so like people sometimes don't even come up to me, and I'm like, damn, is it really like that? But no, I love the fact that I get so much support. So kind of I do make that joke all the time, like Respect My Region, but like the way that I've been brought up and the way that I've always moved has been in a really like ethical manner, and I really care about people, and that's why I like to tell people stories, is because I want to get the word out there. Because at the end of the day, the only thing you can really do is relate to your fellow human. And that's all I really want to do, because I think having those shared experiences is like the most cherishable thing in life.
Gold. It's gold.
And so being able to do this every single day and just be surrounded by like super, super talented people, I'm so happy that it was just like this random thing. I was like 22, almost 23, I think, when I started with Respect My Region. And I'm about to celebrate my 30th here in just a few months. So
salute.
Yeah, so
It's a grown woman.
It's been a wild ride, but now I'm so happy to be where I'm at and have seen the scene grow. I saw those years of like 2012, 13.
Yeah, take us back to that era.
Oh my god,
because that's like the budding. That's like the budding scene.
I was, well, and it's so funny because there has been a rich hip hop scene for decades, right? When I was on the show before, I used to do a throwback every week of an old school track. And but people think of that era as being when everything started to truly, truly bloom. And that's because of Macklemore, honestly. Like a lot of people groan when we talk about it, but he really did help it to bloom like that and get eyes that usually wouldn't be in this area to look at this area. And then that's when folks like the Morgan Cats and a lot of these, like a lot of the folks who were out in Capitol Hill and had gone to school with each other, gone to Garfield, and they all came together and they really started to help each other to make a lot of music. And it just happened to be like so good, but that's because they had their elders who had already started the hip hop scene out here and had already started to build that kind of infrastructure. Shout out Jay Moore, one of the bigger ones too. He was one of the ones that I looked to, and why I was striving to get back here was to do things like he was doing, you know. And so it was that area or that era. I was still so young and just like so ready to be involved in all of it that I was at every single show.
Wow.
Anywhere that I could go. And like I had already been digging in these blogs when I was in Monroe because there was nothing to do.
All right.
And so I had already been digging through the blogs and finding out, you know, Kung Fu Grip was one of the first ones that I heard that was like truly from the town, even though my dad introduced me to like Mix-a-Lot back in the day and Kid Sensation. Of
course.
You know,
did you go to concerts with your dad?
Oh, all the time. I still, you know, will go to concerts.
What's like a memorable moment you had?
Wait, hold on, Kiko, stay on track with that KFG story because it's about to take us.
Ignore my question. Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
You did cut her off. You did cut her off.
But yeah, I mean, you know, Kung Fu Grip was one of the first ones that I ever heard from the town, and it went crazy. But actually, you know, on the Kung Fu Grip tip, they've played a few of the shows that we've done. I mean, they were on the Seattle's Most Stoned MCs back in 2017, where Respect My Region linked up with Northwest Leaf. Actually, Mitch did a guest editorial called Seattle's Most Stoned MCs. It featured Gifted Gab, Kung Fu Grip, Yodi Mac was on there. And Web Wavy was on that as well. Yeah, thinking back to that era. So we threw a show at Nectar Lounge, and we were trying to bridge the gap between music and cannabis. And it was like that night, it was popping at Nectar Lounge. We had all of those artists who were featured in the article were on the bill, and they were performing. And Yodi Mac actually brought out Scribe Mecca, who is now he's an artist from Tacoma who now goes by Blake Anthony. So if y'all know who Blake, he used to be going by a different name, but he was there that night too. And he got to so it was like a legendary night. And you know, some of those events like my dad actually has come out to and hung out at. And so, you know, being able to have those moments with my dad now where I used to go to his shows or the shows that, you know, he would bring us to, and now being able to invite my dad out to these shows that me and my friends, you know, are producing and putting on has been a pretty special moment. And so, yeah,
it's like the student became the teacher.
For real. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So,
we are coming up on another break here. But before we get to the break, man, I want to get Patron's question in, and we're not going to go right over it, man. Tell us about a show that you went to with your dad before we go to this break here.
He's come to a couple of the events that we've thrown, our Seattle World Tour. But one of the funniest ones that my dad still likes to bring up to this day was way back in the day. I believe we were at the Phoenix Underground, which also will date me because most of y'all won't even probably know what the Phoenix Underground. But it was a spot out here in Pioneer Square that was popping all the time, and my dad took me to a metal show there. And I don't know, probably like I had to have been like maybe 8 or 9, I think. Maybe a little bit older, maybe like 12 at most. Anyway, so young Taylor.
Who's performing?
Don't even remember. Bunch of different bands. Bunch of different metal bands. Like probably like something like Deeds of Flesh. Oh, actually, I think I do remember. I think I do remember. No, I think I lost it.
Oh, okay.
I thought I remembered, but I don't think that was.
She's not high enough right now.
No, I'm
maybe
so
high,
good now.
maybe too high.
Anywho. So I was in the pit, and so if y'all have been or didn't even know, I mean, they do it nowadays at like hip hop and pop shows, which is so weird. But yeah, so I was in the pit, and some guy.
You were in the pit?
Yeah, I was in the pit. I grew up in the metal scene. Come on now. I was a little punk rocker, but I was in the pit, and some dude ran into me, not on purpose or nothing. You're in the pit, but he knocked me. He knocked me clear across the stage. I mean, all the way to the other side.
Oh, bro,
Like, my dad,
we would have been like, get him.
I fell down. My dad was laughing so hard. Like, I looked to him, and he is dying.
Oh, that's real though.
Over laughing.
That's the energy though.
He was laughing so hard, and he still brings that up to this.
Hey, you're like
day.
12.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
so
yo, daughter,
small.
I saw you fly.
Yeah, I'm like, I barely weigh 100 pounds, probably.
You probably made him proud.
Yeah, 100%. I made him proud when I broke my nose at El Corazon. So,
Look at my baby fly.
He probably walked up to you. He probably walked up to you like, see, that Red Bull did good.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we got that story in before the break.
That's hilarious.
All right, man. To keep things moving here, we got a song coming at you. I actually found this one right off of Taylor's blog, Word Around the Sound, and this guy's Orange Goodman, man. So
hey,
shout out my boy.
OJ.
You got this project Juice, and fresh juice.
You had to take it.
Right. And we're gonna play his joint Flame right now. So enjoy this one by Orange Goodman, Flame, Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. When we come back, we got an ID the question. We got of course, show and tell, and we got a lot to talk about there, and a lot more coming at you. So keep it locked. It's Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio. Here's Orange Goodman, Flame.
Boom.
Flip a coin, switch my mood. This ain't no regular deja vu. I feel like I'm in love with you, the way I never wanted to. Can't paint no picture, so I sing the same old songs every day, hoping that you look my way. But now I don't know what to say. Can't paint no picture, but even in the rain, you're still my twin flame. Oh, hey, hey. Can't write no paper to try to tell you I love how we're so familiar. Swear we've been so long together, the type of dish that lasts forever. I ain't a preacher, but I know I love watching us grow. Your love is all I know. I swear I'll never let you go. Can't write no paper, but even in the dark, you're a work of art. Hey, 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 hey. Can't paint no picture, but even in the rain, you're still my twin flame. Hey, 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 hey.
Good afternoon. This is Morgan Freeman. You are rocking with Fresh Juice here at Rainier Avenue Radio. Here with your host, D-Money, Pint Size Patron, IDYourself, and OG Mambo. Thank you for listening and have a nice night.
Generational wealth. Generational wealth.
Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? We asked our communities, and this is what they had to say.
Generational wealth to me means to provide and establish wealth for generations to come, whether it be through real estate or through other equitable funding.
Personally, it helps to work with a trusted financial professional to guide and steer you, because you're going to be making some decisions around how you spend your money, how you save your money, how you invest your money. Some of that will be strictly to increase the size of your wealth. Other parts of those investments might be something that you want to do that's key to your purpose and your character. And you can manage to do both.
This campaign to create awareness to generational wealth is brought to you by the Department of Neighborhood's Generational Wealth Initiative, the Washington Housing Finance Commission, and Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Mga kaibigan, ito po si Kuya Bert Kawili.
And this is Miles Salvador from Australia.
And I'm Norb Kawili, also known as Norbcam. Kung gusto niyo po ang latest news and events from the Philippines at yung local Filipino community, feel Radio po.
We play Filipino music and interview guests from all around the world.
And I'll keep you updated on the latest Seahawks and sports news. Kaya always tune in. Feel Radio every Tuesday, 1 to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Time on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
And in YouTube and Facebook. Salamat po.
This is Big Poppy, host of Jazz from the Cabinets. Join me each week for a listening tour of the first century of jazz, an eclectic mix of Dixieland, big band, cool jazz, bebop, contemporary jazz, all jazz and forms. That's Jazz from the Cabinets with Big Poppy on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Y'all heard that.
Worldwide on RainierAvenueRadio.world.
Dealing with COVID-19 is uncharted territory, and everyone has different challenges. People may feel anxious, down, or overwhelmed. For some, these feelings can lead to changes in sleep patterns, an increased use of alcohol or drugs, or withdrawing from the people around them. If you know someone who's having a hard time coping, you can help by reaching out to talk and listen. To learn more about how you can help someone in need, call the Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 800-273-TALK. Brought to you by the state of Washington.
What's up, everybody? This is Sari Savi, and you're listening to The Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio with the Juice Pack, D-Money, Pint Size Patron, ID Yourself, and OG Mambo.
I bring the funky rhythm every time I'm in the booth. A little liquor on ice, it got me feeling loose. I got the juice since the baby really been the truth. Now I'm in my groove, busting up, I'm really making moves. What's my name? Money Moves, if you didn't know. Started with the dream, now I'm out here killing show to show. I bring that lava flow, spit it like it's 94. Throw a little change on stage and then I got to go. Oh, Deezy, tell me why they next breaking. Got that funk in me like I'm bounce rock skate. My chain all gold like a low dating. Then my rhymes hit harder than the 808 bassin'. So tell me why you hating on a cat like me. I be rolling California in my all black beams. I got baddies tiptoeing in my hotel suite. Then at a Luna when I creep up to the MIC. Hey, hit the switch and let me ride. Pump it in the trunk, blow the smoke up in the sky. Drop the top and feel the vibe. California love from back side to side. Hit the switch and let me ride. Pump it in the trunk, blow the smoke up in the sky. Drop the top and feel the vibe. California love from back side to side.
Hey yo, this the music that the hit they gon' ride to. Put a little something in the air and just vibe to. I bring that funk that your backyard slide to. You rockin' with the one that got Latinos all hype, fool. They don't wanna see the brown on top. I'm a product of this 9-0 dope hip hop. Yeah, you feel the shade every time the bass go knock. I'm OG, I got the airwaves on lock. Hey, it's ODM, you can call me Mr. Sunday. Riding with the top down, soaking up the sun rays. Sipping at the park, last day for a fun day. Hit the switch and let me ride down this one way. I'm cold with it when I'm coming, better button up. Round and round, got all the numbers going up. Just sit back and let me kick, come on. As I slide to the mic like a fan, watch me rip.
Hey, hit the switch and let me ride. Pump it in the trunk, blow the smoke up in the sky. Drop the top and feel the vibe. California love from back side to side. Hit the switch and let me ride. Pump it in the trunk, blow the smoke up in the sky. Drop the top and feel the vibe. California love from back side to side. Hit the switch and let me ride.
Right, that man, that is Lightest Shade of Brown out of Riverside, California, with Funk in Nature. Right there, Fresh
Funky,
Juice,
right?
Rainier Avenue Radio.
Shout out to Lighter Shade of Brown. I can relate.
They made me do the Snoop Dogg dance. I was like,
you need to relax, right? Oh man! All right, let's jump into show and tell, man, because we got a lot of show and tell.
Real
right
quick,
here.
could we get Taylor's story about the broken nose at El Corazon?
Say what?
It's real quick. Yeah,
Okay, do that.
Okay, so this was another one. I didn't go the show where I broke my nose. I wasn't there with my dad, but he brought me to a show at El Corazon literally the next night, and so all of his friends were like loving it when I'm telling them this story.
So hold on, you broke your nose at El Corazon, then you came back the very next day?
Yeah, because I had booked
Okay.
2 shows, right? Okay, so I didn't book.
It's like I had ish to do.
Wrong term, but yeah, so I got tickets to the show with all the friends, right? And we went and we were at El Corazon, and I like being in the pit, so I kept jumping in the pit, but I had
With the face mask?
Okay, no.
Dang.
This was 2010. Okay, so and I'm in the front with a bunch of my friends. We're all lined up on the stage, right? And then I just keep jumping back and I keep going forward, right? So I come back forward to the front of the stage, and
Okay.
this obnoxious dude is like right up behind me, right? And then he starts climbing on top of me to get up onto the stage. And
Okay.
so he literally uses my shoulders as a step stool to get himself up there, right?
And just so for those who don't know, Taylor Hart is like every bit of 5'3".
I'm like 5'6", dog. I ain't that on now. But I'm not that tall either.
Petite, though.
Yeah, I'm definitely compact. But
Compact. It's grown man.
grown man, right? And he is climbing on top of me to get onto the stage so that he can stage dive off. Well, when he goes to
He had
stage
higher
dive,
plans.
he doesn't really jump and dive. He just kind of falls, right?
Oh, wow.
And so on his way, kind of flopping himself into the crowd, he kicks me in the face and breaks my nose.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and so literally the next night I go to El Corazon for a show with my dad. His friends are playing and stuff, and they're literally like, at this point I don't even realize really that my nose is broken. I didn't
God,
really even.
easy.
I don't know whether
Must
I
have been
just
lit.
I just didn't even look in the light or anything.
Was your face numb?
I mean, it was kind of sore. But my whole body was sore. I jump in the pit, I end up with bruises from the stage because El Corazon is like right at hip level, basically. So like I have bruises all over the place. So I don't think anything of it. I just think I had a great night. It was at like a super, super heavy, like death metal grindcore type show. So it was like really high energy. And that kind of vibe. So, so yeah, I don't even realize, but I'm like, yeah, my nose is definitely messed up. But then they're all like looking at it and they're like, yo, is your nose broken? Why is it so blue and purple? And I was like, I was wondering that. I just thought, and no, literally, I broke my nose at El Corazon, and it ain't never been right since. I can't breathe very well.
Did you have to face mask it?
No,
like Rip Hamilton.
Like real talk, I didn't do much about it.
Just let it heal on its own.
Just let it ride.
Self-medicated.
Yeah.
Like when they put duct tape on big cuts.
My dad's favorite thing to say was "Walk it off, you'll be good."
Oh my god!
Like, come here, baby. Let me.
Yeah, exactly.
Real quick.
All right,
Yeah.
we got to jump the show.
Anyways.
We got to jump the show and tell. Lots of show and tell right here because obviously both Payday and Taylor Hart got some stuff going on that we haven't even touched on yet. So,
True that.
so first off, right here, show and tell. Taylor has a column right. Word
I'm
round
calling
sound.
spirit.
Some of the songs that we played tonight have come right from that column on RMR.
Yeah, love it. I really started this at the top of the year because I was tired of trying to write full articles about everything because it's so time consuming with how much passion and how much effort I put into these things. And so I started Word Around the Sound just so I could compile like 10 different releases or however many from the past like 2 weeks. I do it 2 weeks at a time. And I publish it every other Friday, basically. So I did one last Friday. So this Friday's a bye week and I'll be back with one the next week. But yeah, I just highlight like different music videos, different singles, whatever albums dropping, whatever events are going on.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we've had some folks pass this year who were pretty essential in the scene. I highlight, things like that. Just whatever I see from my perspective in the scene. And it's been really rewarding for me, honestly. And it kind of ties into what I was doing before as well. After I left here, I went to Blunt Talk where I was podcasting and just talking about having conversations. Mambo came on many a times. We joked.
Shout out to Blunt Tie.
He would come on every so often. But yeah, it goes back to what I said before. I just like telling people's stories, and this is the way that I could tell people's stories and really, really highlight it in a way that I don't have time to do in depth all the time. So it's nice just to be able to throw it out there and be like, yo, check this out. This happened, this happened, this happened. Because it breaks my heart when I can't cover something and get the word out there. And I've actually seen great success with it because I have folks message me all the time. Yo, I got this opportunity. They pulled up the article that you wrote about me and they were like, that's how I found you. And hearing that honestly makes me so I almost swore. It makes me so jazzed, honestly. And that's what I live for. So
yeah,
I don't
shout out to Jazz.
It's kind of in construction because that's the ultimate goal, just to have a talk show, be David Letterman basically of the Northwest. Word around the sound every other week. So tap into that. If you go to my Instagram, it's in my link tree. The first link, it'll take you to all the word around the sounds. Go to respectmyregion.com and search word around the sound as well. So yeah, that's what I've been up to since I've been on Fresh Juice.
Speaking of, we got even though the podcast hasn't been in operation in a year, we do have a clip from it though, featuring Mambo.
Let's go.
We will be on the GCM channel in the future.
In years from now, yes.
Our grandchildren.
It's actually going to be playing in the tubes.
That's right. That's absolutely right. While you are flying through the air, through the tubes to your next destination, you will be watching a movie.
Team Mambo Productions.
It is going to happen. It's going to be a full-blown.
We're actually going to sponsor the tubes. Yeah, we're going to sponsor the tubes.
Yeah, we're going to be the ones to develop.
That's we've been doing so well. The movies, doing like
it's truly just the
Bezos wants to go to the moon. We're going to the tubes.
Fun,
really like Ebony and Ivory on there, dog.
Yeah, no. Fun fact, me and Taylor Hart are probably the most innovative business creatives ever, and we've got like somewhere between 6 to 60 businesses that are in the works and in fruition.
Yeah. We're just looking for investment money, baby. Who wants
That's
to
it.
invest?
That's all. That's all we need. We just need one big bag, and we're gonna make a lot happen at once.
Absolutely.
All right, we gotta keep the segment. We gotta keep the segment moving. If you want to listen to the music that Taylor Hart puts on, she has this money mix that's been going for years.
Yes.
Tease Money Mix on Spotify.
Yeah, it's on Tidal too.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, and then now we're gonna go to Payday, man, because we haven't even touched on Skits Show.
Right.
And before you talk, we got a clip from Nat, so we're gonna go and do that real quick.
If you had to change careers, which would you choose? A public bus driver, construction worker, flight attendant, or a stripper, and why? Damn.
Come on, you got it. Look,
let's do this.
And we're gonna keep this in. This is kind of thick. Bro, this kind of thick. You might want to watch out. That's kind of thick.
Well, I mean, I gotta like.
All right.
I gotta do it at least right with you.
Here we go.
Don't crying in the club.
Crying in the club. Shout out to DJ Swerve one. Yes,
Hey man, I can speak to it. Some of them joints is hot, bro. My mouth still burning a little bit.
We was burning up today off the ghost pepper.
Man,
I don't know if I can do all that, bro.
So, in a couple of words, because we are definitely short on time, tell people what Skits Show is, man.
So, Skits Show, it first started off with just doing actual skits, and if you guys go check it out, go follow Skits Show right now. SKITSSHOW. It started with skits, and it has now become I just picked it up. I was just like, you know what? We're going to start doing interviews. And me and the dude that I started it with, unfortunately, he's no longer messing around with it. He's like, it's too much work.
Sure.
We got to post every week, and you like to post every week, Garen. I cannot do this.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? It's my dream. It's my vision. I do not, bro. I don't fault you at all. You got your life. Go ahead and keep just doing your thing. And so I had to really sit back and be like, damn, do I want to continue this? Who am I going to do this with? And it clicked for me. And I wanted to start doing interviews because I know so many people in the city And I have a very good direction that I want to take this particular podcast idea, skit idea. I want to bring the skits back in 2024. And right now we're just doing the hot seat. And every Wednesday up until March, April, we have artists booked right now.
Woof.
And
congrats.
I'm so thankful to know these people. I'm so thankful to have people reach out to me and want to be on the show. I buy everything. I pay for the wings. I pay for the drinks. I supply everything simply because I don't want them to have nothing that they have to do or bring to the table. Just bring yourself. Right. And so now they come, they sit down with me. They get 5 questions. They get 5 different sauces. We've done different sauces every single show.
Wow.
So my refrigerator
That's
is
disrespectful, man.
my refrigerator
Leftovers
packed
No,
with so many sauces.
Because I would try to cheat and go back to like an old guest and see like how bad it was and ask them. But if it's gonna be a different set of sauces,
It's a different set of sauces every single time. So me and my girl just bought me like 3 packs of different sauces. Like some have 10 in them and they go from 1 to 10. It's so awesome that to do the research and get the sauces and then bring it to the table, come up with the questions to ask these people. It's just been a phenomenal experience. And I just hope to have every single creative, every single artist on this show. So
nice.
Couple big names we got DJ Famous coming up. We got my boy BB Santafor coming up. We got Web Wavy coming up. We got Trey Ross coming up.
Nice.
We got Iggy Reef coming up, which is an up and coming artist that just spits so many bars without talking about killing somebody and doing all this other stuff.
Right.
We got Nobi coming up.
Nobi.
We got so many different artists coming up right now, and we're booked, and it's just a grateful experience. I want to get Taylor in there. I want to get you, D-Money.
Okay.
I want to get your ass in there too.
I'm there, man.
Just so
I don't really do spicy, but we'll do what we gotta do.
Gotta do spicy. Everybody says that.
You gotta do it.
Y'all got boneless.
We gotta do,
we
man.
do with the boneless.
I ain't gonna hold you. I do.
We get some
spicy.
blue cheese on there.
Me and Payday double back on a
Just to
couple
cool it
of
off.
All right, we gotta keep it going. We gotta keep it going. We literally got 5 minutes left here, man.
Absolutely.
We're on bonus rounds now. Living Colored, what's that?
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
I just released my clothing brand, Living Colored.
Congratulations.
Look at that. Okay.
Love the colors.
He brought his shirts. Yeah.
Love the colors.
Caribbean man.
Shirts, man, that I brought. This is a one and done of the actual first release of Living Colored. If you go to Living Colored on Instagram, you will see that every single release I want to highlight artists that are in the city. So I did my homegirl Evie. She cuts my hair, and she's also just a very beautiful person in and out. And I did a photo shoot with her, and then I did a write-up about her and what she does and her barbering experience and what she wants to give to the people who sit in her chair. And so one day I just sat down and I just wrote it up, and it was just a long ass synopsis about who she is, what energy she brings. And I was just like, I want to bring that energy to the city. Like, talk about people in a way that's genuine. Talk about people in a way that highlights them without any benefit for you necessarily.
Hey,
yeah, she's wearing my shirt.
Yeah,
she was wearing my shirt. Yeah, she's promoting the brand, but at the same time, it was about her and her business. So that's what Living Colored is about. Living Colored does not only mean Black people or brown people. It means people who are full of color, full of life, and whatever you do in your artistry or whatever you do in your business, and whatever side of that you bring out, it's got a color to it. It's got a tone to it. And I want to exemplify any person, Black, white, green, yellow, pink. It don't matter who you are. Your color is what needs to flow through the world. It's like a rainbow. I want everybody to be a part of what Living Colored is, so that you can show your light and you can show what kind of color you bring to the world.
Reminds me of that old TV show. You can do what you want to do in Living Color.
Exactly.
Hey, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but you mentioned it earlier. Any moments you felt any sort of resistance or anything like that, bro, I think it's because you are truly, bro, a very genuine person. And a majority of the world, a majority of this industry really isn't genuine like that. So it can seem like there's an agenda behind it when you're legit just like, nah, It's just tight seeing people win, bro. So stay pure to that, bro. And I want to just give you your flowers, because on the show you be giving out flowers, bro. Just that genuineness is definitely what's carried you to and maintained your longevity and gonna keep you going even longer than you've gone.
I appreciate that. That means the world to me, bro. I'm serious about that. That means the world. So, man, I just sitting here with y'all, you know what I'm saying, and the experience y'all talk about experiencing things together. I hope that somehow, some way, we can all be a part, or I can be a part of something that you're doing, and you can be a part of what I'm doing. Because this year, bro, I'm not making no excuses for nothing. There is no excuses being made for nothing. I'm gonna come in with love, and I'm gonna be the best person that I can for the city and in my lane. I don't want no piece of nothing that nobody else got going on. I want everybody to thrive in their lane and help each other out, so we can just create this crazy tree that really puts Seattle on. Because I think it's now, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
We're in the moment that everything we've been working for is really going to come to fruition. And when I was talking to Mambo about this, it's like all the people who was acting like they was about shit or stuff. Damn it.
It's late now.
I was doing so good.
We let it slide after 10.
Yo, everybody that was kind of trying to portray this Instagram image that wasn't really in the streets, that wasn't really about their craft, you could see that they kind of dwindled off. Now, I'm not talking about them. I'm just saying the people who went through the trials and tribulations over COVID and still prevailed, still was in contact with IG Live, was still in contact through email, was still in contact through any way possible that they can contact with the community. I think they are the ones that are really creating the roots and just paving the way for what we can do here in this city. So I'm just
I'm
hyped.
We got less than a second left in the show. And I got
3 minutes.
Promo real quick. This weekend, Saturday, also the 9th and the 16th, Rainier Avenue Radio at the Columbia City Hit Theater will be hosting a vendor market. So local business owners will be selling for your Christmas lists, all that from 11 all the way until 5 p.m. There will also be a toy drive during that, sponsored by Atlantic Street Center. And in addition to that as well, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., there will also be a free food giveaway right here at the Columbia City Theater this Saturday. And that's 11 to 5 p.m. Columbia City Theater right here, being hosted by Rainier Avenue Radio. Free food giveaway, toy drive, and vendor market going on. All that, man. So feel free to come through, join that. We got a couple of things we want to do before we bounce. Both of you, we want you to name somebody you would like to be a future guest on this show. Taylor, who do you got for us?
Oh, my man Oblay.
Oblay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Payday, who you
got?
She took yours.
I would say Mambo, we was talking about this. I'd say D Mikey.
D Mikey. Yeah, he's been on here. We'll count it. We'll count it.
Okay. I would say, oh my gosh, man. Dang.
Yo, you guys done Skaty
really
P
just
or
beat
what?
myself. Yeah,
Because that's
Skaty
how
P.
Skaty P
Absolutely.
introduced me to you.
Yeah.
When we were at Fremont Fridays.
Absolutely. Hendrix.
Yeah.
Get Hendrix on here too.
Get Hendrix.
Hey, and that's why I made
You
sure
got
you
Cash
told
on
that
here?
KFG story, because I
Cash?
met Taylor Hart through a KFG show. That's how we linked in.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. And then final words. Do it in less than 30 seconds. Anything you want to say, whatever.
Go first.
It's Trilltopia.
Throwback. Way back Wednesday.
Man, I got nothing but love for every single person who watches this show, who watches anything that we all do. Man, it's all love in the city. This year, 2024, we are about to set the world on fire. Everything that you do, everything that you dream of, make sure you do not hold yourself back. Take it with stride. Just do the best that you can do. Be the best that you can be. I love you.
Okay, next week on the program, P. Washington and Damon. That's December 13th, 9 p.m. Check it out. Damon from New York, actually, and P. Washington joining us. And that'll be next week at 9 o'clock. Follow us all of our platforms, Facebook group, facebook.com/group/Fresh Juice Media, as well as IG and X. We're there as well, Fresh Juice Media. And on YouTube, subscribe, youtube.com/Fresh at Fresh Juice Media. You can go straight there. You don't even have to put it in the browser. You can just, you don't have to put it in the search, put it in your browser, youtube.com/@Fresh Juice Media. Takes you directly to the page. Go subscribe there. Pull out your phone right now because we got to go. So thank you all for tuning in to another edition of Fresh Juice. Keep sipping it, y'all. Peace and bless.